Have you ever looked at your German payslip and thought, am I being paid or being pranked? If you think your gross salary looks great, but your bank account says otherwise, you're not alone. Many expats are shocked how much is deducted. In this video, we go through your German payslip line by line, so you finally understand where your money is going. So grab your latest payslip to follow along, and let's go! This is a payslip made with Datev, the largest payroll provider here in Germany. Don't worry, if your payslip looks a little different, we can split every payslip into the same 6 sections. And the top section is full of personal details about you and your employer. Most of the information here is nice to know, you can control it once and make sure it's correct, and afterwards you can forget about it. Your birthday, social security number, vacation dates, dates you joined the company. Nice to know, but nothing more. But some of the information here is very important. Your tax class, for example. Your tax class will be a major deciding factor how much taxes you pay later on. We'll talk more about this when we come to the tax section of your payslip. And second is your health insurance right below. The name of your health insurance and the percentage of your salary that you pay, ranging from 16.44% all the way up to 19%. Most of you are probably insured with TK, which means you pay 17.05% currently. And if you want to know what TK doesn't tell you, you can watch this video right here. Right next to the percentage is the BGRS code. And this is where it gets real interesting. Because the BGRS code tells you if you have to pay into Social Security or not. If you have 4 ones, you have to pay for all 4 parts of Social Security. How much do you have to pay? We'll talk about that in section 4. If you have 9111, you are free to choose if you want to be a member of the public health insurance or private health insurance. We have lots of videos about this on the channel, and if we can help you make the right decision, you can book a free meeting with us right here. And if you have 0110, you successfully switch to the private health insurance and don't need to pay for public health insurance anymore. These are the most likely combinations for almost all of you. Let me know in the comments if you have a different BGRS code. Before we come to your deductions in section 3 and 4 of your payslip, let's talk about your sweet salary in section 2. Here is everything added that you get from your employer. Your base salary, of course, but also bonuses, overtime, Christmas pay, all kinds of cash benefits, as well as non-cash benefits like a company car, driving to work, what our example payslip has, or other kinds of Sachbezug. Employees here at Perfinex get €50 for WellPass, so they don't have to pay for the gym on their own. So if you don't get Sachbezug right now, definitely talk to your employer about it, because it is absolutely awesome that the government allows employees to receive €50 per month without paying a single cent in taxes or social security. Speaking about taxes, that's section 3. And here you might have to pay 3 different kinds of taxes. Income tax, that's what everyone has to pay if your income is above €1,500 per month, roughly. Church tax, if you're a member of the church, of course. And if you don't want to pay that anymore, you can just go to your local citizen's office or Standesamt and exit the church. And lastly, solidarity tax, if your income is above €8,000 per month. But your income isn't the only determining factor of how much taxes you have to pay. Your tax class, we talked about in section 1 of your payslip, matters too. Tax class 1 is for single people without kids. Tax class 2 is for single parents, which means you pay less taxes than in tax class 1. Tax class 3 is the best, you'll pay the lowest taxes here, but your spouse has to be in tax class 5 then. Almost the worst one. Married couples are in fact the only ones who have a choice. They can be in 3 and 5, which makes sense if there's a big discrepancy in their income, but they can also be 4 and 4 if their income is similar. And the worst tax class is number 6, which you get if you have more than one job. Now, important, your tax class will only determine how much taxes you pay from your payslip month over month, not how much taxes you pay year over year. A married couple with tax class 3 and 5 will pay the same taxes as a couple in 4 and 4 after both file their taxes. And because all of this sounds like you pay a lot of taxes, here's some good news. You pay a lot less taxes than you think. Take a look at this table and be surprised that you don't pay 42% in taxes. In fact, nobody pays 42% taxes until your income is like 40,000 euros per month. Yes, per month. And the average employee here in Germany earns 4,634 euros according to the German Statistical Office. So he pays exactly 15% taxes. That's a lot less taxes than you think, right? And you will pay even less taxes if you use the tax tricks that I talk about in this video. The difference probably comes from the fact that we didn't talk about section 4 yet, Social Security. And the 4 parts of Social Security can be split into 2 different parts. Public pension RV and unemployment insurance AV are charged up to 8,050 euro gross salary. You pay 18.6% for public pension plus 2.6% for unemployment insurance, split 50-50 with your employer. At the beginning of the line of your payslip, you see your salary that is subject to these percentages. And in the back of the line, you see the exact amount that you pay, your 50%, not the 50% from your employer. And second, public health insurance KV and public care insurance PV are charged up to 5,512 euro and 50 cents gross. That is up to 19% for health insurance plus 4.2% for care insurance, also split 50-50 with your employer. That is on average close to 1,200 euros a month that you pay for public health insurance. And this is also the only thing that can be optimized by switching to the private health insurance. The only requirement is that you need to be somewhat healthy and earn at least 6,150 euro gross. Then you can book a free meeting with us and we can help you decide if switching to the private health insurance is right for you. So after the 2 deductions, section 5 starts with your net salary. But that is not what you might get paid because there can be further deductions. Let me explain. Our example payslip got 287 euro added to his salary in section 2 with the so-called 1% Regelung. All these benefits are added in section 2, so you have to pay taxes and social security in section 3 and 4, if it's above the 50 euro we talked about earlier, and that's why it's deducted in section 5 again. Because you don't get 1% of the value of the car paid out to you, you're only taxed on it. And below the company car, you can see that this guy is also able to switch to the private health insurance because he doesn't pay public health insurance in section 4, he pays it in section 5 because he is voluntarily insured. Makes no difference though if you pay it in section 4 or 5, as long as you stay in the public health insurance, it's the exact same price. And in the last line, you see what you get paid, your real net salary, if you will. Example guy gets 2,898 euros paid out, a 34% deduction from his gross salary of 4,400 euros. That's the monthly calculation. And if you want to have a quick overview of your yearly calculation, you can look at section 6 on the left. Here you see the exact same as in the rest of the payslip, but starting January 1st, or later if you started working for your company throughout the year. And now that you know that your net salary is quite small compared to your gross salary, you can watch this video to save taxes and increase your net again. Thank you for watching and bis zum nächsten Mal.